Alright, press play.
Hi guys, it's Adam.
And them.
And today we're going to be talking about news anchors farting on footage. I mean, kind of stuff.
What?
And today we're going to be talking about news anchors farting live on air. And then you have to say, no, I know what you're talking about. News anchors burping.
Why was this supposed to be a surprise if I have lines? I thought we were going to talk about news anchors burping on air, live.
Ew. I do not know why you would
Is there a punchline?
I actually think we should just throw that intro idea out. Should be. Okay.
Okay, is this a good photo? Am I serving like Whoppy face?
No, honestly, you're starting that really cool girl.
What? A Hunter Schafer?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so have you seen those TikToks where it's like me suddenly gaining consciousness at 9 years old or something? We could talk about the very first memory that we have.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that.
Okay, because I remember mine strangely vividly.
You remember the first memory?
I remember the first memory I've ever had.
That shocking moment when you remember your memory.
Okay.
So, I can't remember it. JK. So, I guess my first memory, I can't remember exactly which one was first. I remember there was two of them. Two of my first memories.
2 for 1.
I guess it was about when I was like 5, maybe 4.
Bitch by 4.
I combine ages 3, 4, and 5 all together. Sometimes 6. Do you ever do that?
Definitely not with my 5, 6, 7,
6.
8. 5 and 6 are really hard for me to distinguish. Well, okay.
For the sake of whatever, let's just say I was 4. So we lived with my grandma. And so like the upstairs was like, my grandma slept upstairs. And then she made all of the rest of us sleep in the basement for some reason. So I was in the bottom stairs. The basement. Bottom basement.
Ooh.
Ooh. And so I was in like I was in my parents' like living space, and it was like me and my 2 cousins, and my mom has exercise machine bike. And my first memory ever is just me and my cousins hanging out, and then I get on the exercise machine. I get on the exercise machine for the first time, and I go, ooh.
Yeah.
And that's my first memory.
Okay, so your second mems.
My second memory.
Second mems.
Why?
So, when I was young, my childhood crush, I think I've told you this, but are you ready for it? Childhood crush, my first one I ever liked was Go Diego Go.
Mm-hmm.
I had such a big crush on Go Diego Go. I did. This is embarrassing. My first memory that I have was watching Go Diego Go on the TV in the living room, and just acting out this little scene where I was holding my books, like I was where
I keep getting so scared of where this is going.
so I would have this like little fantasy almost with Go Diego Go, where I'd be carrying my books and I do the classic thing where I bump into him and drop my books, and then Go Diego Go helps me drop my books. I'm like, thanks. And then I would say, like your brown eyes or something. And yeah, that's one of my first memories.
Wow.
First memes.
So did you like act that out IRL? Like you
Yes.
books?
I would take the books and from my playroom, and then I
Yeah.
would walk into the room and spill them. I'm like, oh. And then I'd just pick them up by myself. I would pick them up by myself, but I would be pretending that he was helping me.
I just have like this one memory where I was like definitely like 3 or 4. I was in my house. I was sitting on my couch and I was looking back because like our like patio door was like
balcony.
right, it was like right behind the couch, and I just remember like looking at the ground, and the sun was coming in, and it was really pretty, and my dog named Chloe, and it was a Sheltie, was sitting beside me, and I remember being like, you're gonna remember this. And that is literally my first memory. It was like, I told myself, I was like, you're gonna remember this. Remember. Like, I don't know how my young mind did this, but it was like, I like stored it into my memory.
Yeah, that's what I forgot to mention about the bike thing, is that's how I knew it was like my first memory, because I was doing it and I was just like, I'm gonna remember this. Like, I'm aware, like, this is a memory. It is funny how we just kind of like remember these little things in our life. Like, I remember back in my house in Maryland, there was just like this, it was drywall, and there was just like this little hole, and I always thought it was chalk, and I always like dig my finger into it and be like, I don't know why. My first memory of being in trouble when I was a little kid, and my parents were not disciplinary.
Okay. Okay, yeah, okay.
So, me and my brother had a PlayStation 2.
Also, we have gender reveal blankets. Except, gender's not important.
You cut off my story for that. So, back to my story. Yeah. Me and my brother would play PlayStation in the basement, and we had this really cool James Bond video game that I loathed. And I loved it, I did. And there was this like mission in the beginning where you were saving like the girl, and she was tied up in a boat or something like that, and the guy was like being like any words of like pleading or any like last words or something, like got anything to say to me. And she looks at him like a queen. She looks him right in the eye and she says, "Go to hell." Like a queen. And I thought she was like pleading with him of like, "Don't kill me, no, like go to hell." I didn't know what it meant to say go to hell. So then I get in trouble, and I do not remember what I get in trouble for. And I just remember me and my brother, we were fighting about something, and I remember like we would like, I would do that to my brother, and then I would be like really like straight it as if it was like something like, "Sir, like I'm getting your ass right now." The whole thing comes to fruition. My parents were yelling at me, and I flashback to James Bond when she was pleading with them, and I look my parents in the eye and I say, "Go to hell." I say, "Go to hell." Like, I thought, I was like, this would get me out of trouble, I thought. They weren't good at disciplining. So, my dad made me try hot sauce. My dad was like, "You're in trouble." And he says, he put hot sauce on his finger and just went like that to my tongue. Yeah. No, he didn't. He went like this and like shaked it in like my mouth. And I was like, "Aha! No." And then I cried. Yeah. And then I ran to my mom and was like, "Hot, hot, hot." Yeah. And then she gave me some water to drink, and I drank her water, and then it was not her water, it was her Chardonnay. And then I thought, why does this, it's ew. And she's like, "Oh my God, this is my Chardonnay." That's a look into my childhood. That encapsulates a lot of things.
I can remember one of the first times that I got in trouble. I've always been a nervous picker. like I pick my nail polish off, I pick like my thumb, like I will get at anything if I'm nervous. I'll include a picture of the stool. One time I was trying to quit my job, and I got so nervous that I was quitting the job that I sat down beside the stool that we have here, and I just picked the paint off of the stool. Right there, you see on the spindle?
Oh, that's you?
Yeah. So I remember me and my mom were living at my Nana's house at this point. There was a lot of tension in my life at this point, at the ripe age of 6. In the kitchen, obviously, like there was like this archway, like it was like a door frame, and my Nana had recently painted it, and you know, like when paint doesn't exactly dry, it has like kind of a tacky feel, and it might have like some air bubbles underneath it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really enticed me as a young kid. And so then I took it upon myself to pick all the paint off the door frame. Like just at any point that nobody was watching me, I'm taking the paint off the door. And it was like scratches down, and then I would just leave like a pile of paint, like paint chip like type deal, like in the floor. And then I guess I just walked away from it. And it was getting really bad, and I started doing it in like every room, like every door frame in the kitchen and the bathroom. I would sit on the toilet and I would scratch the I would scratch the paint off the like
Come on.
drawers, and so then my Nana literally had to repaint like the house. Like she had to go over the door frame, she had to go over the bathroom drawer, and my mom was like, I swear to God, like if you start picking the paint off the walls, you're going to be in very big trouble. And so then I started picking the paint off the walls, even though they were freshly painted. And my mom got so mad at me, and she said, you have to go upstairs and you have to go to the corner and you have to write, I will not pick paint off the wall 10 times on a piece of paper. And then she sat me in the corner, she gave me a piece of paper and a pencil, and I wrote that. And then she left me there for too long. I was done writing, and then I started picking the paint. Do you remember your first dream?
No, but I remember my first nightmare.
Oh, let's talk about it. Okay.
My first nightmare.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, did you watch Chitty Chitty Bang Bang?
No.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. It's a classic movie.
Okay.
You've never watched Chitty Chitty Bang
No.
Bang? Anyways, my first nightmare. It was like I don't remember how it started, but basically the nightmare was from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. There's like this little kidnapper, and if you watch Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, you know what I'm talking about. He's ugly, he's evil, I'm body shaming.
No, I'm body shaming.
Anyways, he was very like I'm gonna take your children, and he scared me as a little kid. So I had this nightmare that like it was me and my brother sitting on my dad's bed, but then there was like this window at the top of the ceiling, and he comes into the window and he's like, nah, 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 and he has the children from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, CCBB. But I just remember it was a thing of like him being like, screw your children, don't you want these children instead? And then my dad being like, oh, and he grabbed the children, he's hugging them, and then the kidnapper comes to me and my brother, and he grabs us, and then he throws us on the floor, and then the floor opens into a portal, and then I'm falling down the portal, just like watching my dad hug the other children, and then I've had that dream a couple times actually. I don't know what that's about. It's really hard to decipher. Yeah.
My mom used to work from home, and my Nana would come and watch me when my mom was working at home. And I would always be like really rowdy and loud, and my Nana would be like, Emmy, like you better be quiet or your mom's gonna get her butt fired. And she would always say that. And then one time I had this dream that me and my Nana were in the living room and we were playing with sand toys, and then I like did something too loud, and then all of a sudden my mom like ran out of the bedroom, and she was holding her butt and she's going, wah, wah! And there was like these like bombs like getting thrown at her butt, and then my Nana was like, you shouldn't have been so loud, and my mom was just like smoking ass on fire, like running away. I'm like, yeah.
Your brain thought get her butt fired.
Yeah, like
into that.
Yeah, I couldn't. Like I didn't know what get your butt fired meant. I was just like, oh my god, I'm almost gonna get shot in the ass. Like,
children are stupid.
Yeah.
Also, when you were young, did you flip the middle finger a lot?
Not often.
I did it so much when I was young. Me and my brother would always flip each other off, and like, I don't do it at all now. I think it'd be embarrassing if I did this. Like,
not often, because I thought that it was bad. And then one time I was in like a school assembly, and one of my friends were like, you know, if you stick your middle finger up but you point it downwards, you're saying
fuck you, the devil.
Fuck you to the devil. Except I'm sure we didn't say fuck, but I'm sure we were just like,
Frick.
that's a big serve to the devil. And then I was doing it, and then me and my
Frick,
friends like,
frick off,
frick off though. And then me and my friends were like in a line at an assembly, like a big assembly. We were just like sitting in a group, and we were just going, and then this teacher came up to us and they're like,
oh my god.
like we were flipping off the ground. Anyway. Here's the thing.
Hey.
Hey.
Just like, oops, camera out of battery.
Okay, yeah. So our camera's out of battery, and our card's out of storage. So
Two things.
this is
Can
our
be true.
outro. Two things can be true.
Filming
And
an outro right now.
this is our outro. It's a little bit of a iPhone outro, and that's okay. A lot of times in life, you're gonna have something. You're gonna have an iPhone outro, and it's gonna be a metaphor for something. There's a lot of iPhone outros.
Okay. I think we're gonna look back on this video, and one, I'm in the shadow a lot. What if we did that a little bit?
Okay, yeah, you can do that. No, don't end it. Okay.
Well, how did you just... No, it's going to be upside down. Put it back.